I was born a single daughter to my mother in a place some would call isolated. Not unheard of by any means, but quieter than the higher traffic areas of the world. This hardly lasted long. My mother went on to have several more children, seemingly endless siblings of mine, and we grew closer, first in spirit, and then squished in the tightening space. When I had finally had enough, I bade my mother farewell in search of a new home. I was ready to start a family. Much to my surprise, she warned me never to return or visit. "It's dangerous," she warned. "Our kind, they aren't welcome around here or anywhere. If you see any of your siblings, do well to tell them to keep moving. Good luck, sweet daughter." Never mind. Mother had always been unwell, even through every birth. I wondered if we were all sick too, sometimes. I traveled downstream until I reached a new place, far more isolated than where I matured, and certainly the first of my kind here. You could tell my new neighbors all looked similar, came from the same background. I was highly unwelcome in this ghetto, but I was determined to stay and make this my home. Soon I birthed a daughter of my own, and I felt the high of reproduction. I too wanted a large family, and I found I was good at it, reproducing in large numbers. I too said goodbye to my children when they grew mature enough to leave, mourning every farewell. Then the planet began to poison. It came first in the rivers, that sickening poison that killed our crops and grayed our lands. I watched in horror as my children started to die around me, falling with neighbors who screamed in pain at the horrible deaths of them being withered and sucked dry of life. My children screaming to let it end them. They called out to me, but I could do nothing but hold my remaining children closer to me, surrounding myself. I hoped Mother was okay, my siblings. The world grayed and grayed, seemingly sickening itself to get rid of whatever plagued it. And I stayed, fiercely hoping, if not I, then my children might survive this apocalypse. Sadly, none did, and I was alone. I mourned for a long while, seemingly hibernating from the sick that was this planet. Poison washed neighbors of nearby towns onto the blood-red riverbed, and I could only think of my children. Sooner than I would have thought, it began to brighten again across the fields that was my home, and my neighbors seemed to thrive again. I longed for a new family. Perhaps it is time to try again. Hopefully you remain in remission, Claire. The scans aren't showing anything. You're quite lucky. This is typically a very aggressive cancer. Take care, dear.